Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. If you are thinking of applying for a green card through marriage to a US citizen, and if you're curious on what was my trajectory and the mistakes that I made during the process, in my experience, keep watching. So there are three main applications that I submitted with the application for the green card. The first one is the adjustment of status, and that is one that I have applied. I'm the applicant. It is commonly known as I-485. In this application, I am requesting from USCIS to change the status from a non-immigrant, which I was an F1, to an immigrant type of visa. Now, the second application will be Petition for Alien Relative, and this is also commonly known as I-130. This is the application that your spouse will submit for you. It will be demonstrative. The purpose of this form is for your spouse to prove that it's a worthy sponsor and can take care of you and will be the warranty that you will be a productive member of the society, and you're not going to be taking advantage of public funds and requesting from government help. The third document is the application for work authorization, and this is also commonly known as I-765. You can submit these three applications separate, but it's highly recommended for you to file them together. That way you can save the filing fees for the work authorization. So you can submit these together, and then you don't have to pay for this fee is waived. And there's also the fourth application that I did not know about, and some of you might not even need to apply, but since the filing fee also is waived in this case too, I recommend you do them all at the same time, and also apply for application for travel document, which is commonly known as I-131. I skipped this step. I did not apply for this travel document. I couldn't travel. Now, if you don't plan to get out of the country, you don't necessarily need it. But again, I'm asking, why wouldn't you do it? Because it's good to have, it's free, it's easy to get. Once you get, you're gonna ask me, well, why would you apply for this travel parole? Because if you get your work authorization, it says at the bottom serves as I-512 advanced parole. And that is correct. It does serve as advanced parole, but the approximate processing times to get your work authorization are 5 to 7 months, whereas the travel document arrives in 3 months. So if you're in America and you want to travel, let's say you want to fly to Mexico and come back, you are kind of stuck if you don't have your travel document. You cannot get out of the country. So you have to wait a few more months until you get your work authorization. Now, in my case, the work authorization has arrived at the same time or a little after the green card. And that was because I had a series of problems that I ran into. I want to say the processing times estimated at this time, it's January 2021 right now. And because of COVID and everything that's happening around the world, there's delays here, and processing times for a green card for adjustment of status, it's 8 to 14 months. Processing time approximate for work authorization is 5 to 7 months, and the application for travel document has an estimated processing times of 3 months. So you'll see that notice here that the travel document will arrive sooner. Yeah, so let's see, I'm gonna tell you two things. One thing that I forgot to do was to apply for this travel document. And advanced parole is basically a sheet of paper, and it says there that it serves as a re-entry permit. You have this form, it's called I-512L. It's a piece of paper, and you take it with you. Once you re-enter the country, you show it to the immigration officer, and you can come into the country. Now, if let's say you wouldn't have it, then what are you going to show? You're showing your passport, right? And if your passport has your visa that is expired, then you cannot come into America. Also, if you have your visa valid on your passport, like in my case, and you go to a second stage of verification at the airport, and they do want to check with USCIS the actual validity of your visa, then they might say, well, the visa is not active anymore because the person is applying for change of status or something like that. So you want to make sure if you do leave the States, you have this advanced parole with you. So that is a good idea to apply together. If you apply for this together, you're going to waive the processing fees, which are around $575. I want to just take them one by one and tell you what I did to prepare, kind of like an overall. So I explained, or I'm going to start with adjustment of status. It's the I-485 form. You will submit a series of documents, and I have the description. I have the information in the description below. You can click the link and see the requirements there. There's copies of your photos, passport, the visas you have had. Try to keep all the documentation you have about your previous stays in America, also your previous employment in the United States, and Social Security, everything you have. It's good to keep and attach to this form. Now, this application has to do with you as an applicant, so you have to gather as much information about yourself related to USCIS as you can, put it all together in this package. The way I did it, I just used a paper clip and I put them all together, folded in half, and then I put them in an envelope together with second application, which was the petition for alien relative, and that is the one that my husband filled in. And also it had a lot of information about my husband. It had his proof of employment, last pay stubs, the latest 3 pay stubs, the contract from work, everything that proves that your sponsor is fully capable of supporting himself and also supporting you during this time when you cannot work. Here there were some issues because my husband just decided to run his own company and did not have any paperwork to demonstrate his income at the time. And we also forgot to submit the affidavit of support form, which is I-864. Because we didn't submit this, we had the request to file additional documents to support the application, and this delayed the process a few months. Now that is the moment when my work authorization has been delayed, and I suspect this is the main reason why we have received the work authorization so late. So just be careful here. Try to attach as much information as you have. Also, you'll have to submit papers that support the relationship you have with your spouse. And that was a big file with, I talked about it in previous videos, with photos together, maybe bill, the leasing contract, or some assets that you bought together, a joint banking account, and just anything that links you to, that shows up a valid proof of your relationship. Okay, and then for the work authorization, you will show there, you'll submit your existing Social Security number if you have it. If not, then you'll check the box, I don't have a Social Security number, and then USCIS will issue you a card, and it will come in the mail together with the work authorization card. Also, the application for travel documents, it's a very easy application, and you can submit them all together. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I submitted all these by myself. I made some mistakes, and I just wanted to communicate all mistakes I made to you so you don't make them again and have delays. For me, would have been important to not have these delays. Then I could have worked earlier. It was a very difficult time. That's when I decided to start filming these videos, because I felt so down, and I wasn't very good mentally speaking, and now everything's much better, but it was very difficult. And if I could have worked in, let's say, 5 or 7 months, it would have been much better. But yeah, it was just this long wait, and I just didn't understand what's happening. I kept checking online every day. So once you submit all these papers, you you can wait a few weeks, and then you can check online. You will receive a letter in the mail saying that your files have been received by USCIS and the case is being opened for your adjustment of status, and you will receive a paper for each individual application, the corresponding number of the application of the form. So you receive these letters, and then they will have a case number. You use the case number, and you can go online on uscis.gov and check the status there. I have all the resources linked in the description below. I hope this will make it easy for you. If there's too much information and you think it's overwhelming, use the help of an attorney. Lawyer is always good to have. We didn't want to take that route because I had so much time and I wanted to do something with my time, use it to do some research, and it just gives me some satisfaction to know what I'm putting in the files. And I hope everything's gonna go very well for you guys. Good luck out there.